In the emotionally charged world of professional wrestling, few moments resonate as deeply as when one legend pays tribute to another. This week, the wrestling universe witnessed one such powerful moment as WWE legend Jeff Hardy offered a heartfelt and heartbreaking tribute to his late friend and fellow superstar, Windham Rotunda, best known to millions as the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Hardy's tribute, filled with genuine emotion and respect, reminded fans around the world not only of Bray Wyatt's brilliance inside the ring but also of his humanity outside it. The wrestling world continues to feel the void left by Wyatt's untimely passing, and Hardy's words have once again reignited the conversation about his enduring legacy. Before delving into Hardy's tribute, it's essential to understand who Bray Wyatt truly was. Born into wrestling royalty as the son of Mike Rotunda, known in WWE as IRS, Windham Lawrence Rotunda grew up surrounded by the wrestling business. Yet, his journey was uniquely his own, a blend of creativity, storytelling, and an unshakable passion for performance. From his early days as Husky Harris in the Nexus to his reinvention as the eerie cult leader of the Wyatt family, and finally as the supernatural figure known as the Fiend, Bray Wyatt redefined what it meant to be a character in modern wrestling. His presence blurred the line between fiction and reality, captivating audiences with chilling promos, psychological depth, and unforgettable rivalries. Wyatt wasn't just a wrestler, he was a storyteller, a visionary, and above all, a performer who made millions believe in the power of imagination. While Hardy and Wyatt shared many moments in the ring, their connection extended far beyond it. Both men were known for their artistic spirits and creative minds. Hardy, a performer who expressed himself through music, art, and high-risk wrestling, often admired those who broke the mold, and Wyatt was the embodiment of that spirit. Their paths crossed multiple times across WWE and beyond. Whether it was in singles competition or tag team scenarios, there was always a sense of professional respect between them. In interviews, Hardy has frequently spoken about the importance of characters who bring something unique to the ring, and Wyatt, with his hauntingly poetic style, stood among the best. It was this shared passion for storytelling that made Hardy's recent tribute even more moving. In his recent appearance at a live event, Jeff Hardy took a moment to remember Bray Wyatt in front of a roaring crowd. While Hardy didn't need many words, his actions and tone carried the emotion that words could not express. He reportedly paused during his performance, raised his signature, delete, gesture toward the sky, and dedicated a portion of his segment to Wyatt's memory. The crowd responded with chants of, "Thank you Bray," a testament to how deeply Wyatt's work impacted fans and fellow wrestlers alike. In interviews and social media posts following the event, Hardy expressed his admiration for Wyatt's artistry. Rephrased in his own unique words, he described him as a rare soul whose creativity knew no limits. Hardy noted that even in a business built on competition, Wyatt always stood out as a friend who wanted everyone around him to succeed. What connected Hardy and Wyatt most was their shared desire to turn wrestling into an art form. Hardy's charismatic enigma, persona, much like Wyatt's Fiend character, represented a rebellion against convention. Both men believed that wrestling wasn't just about moves and matches, it was about emotion, symbolism, and connection. Hardy often spoke about wrestling as a performance art, where colors, lights, and sounds could all tell a story. Similarly, Wyatt built his narratives through cryptic promos, eerie symbolism, and haunting music that drew fans into his world. It's no wonder the two shared such mutual admiration. Hardy once mentioned that collaborating with minds like Wyatt's made him feel creatively alive. He appreciated how Wyatt could turn a simple storyline into something deeply psychological, something that made fans feel more than just excitement, but curiosity and even fear. Bray Wyatt's creation of The Fiend in 2019 was nothing short of revolutionary. The character was a blend of horror movie villain and tragic antihero, representing the darkness that hides within every human being. The Fiend's arrival marked a turning point in WWE storytelling. The chilling mask, the flickering lantern, and the haunting theme song set a new benchmark for character design. Fans were both terrified and mesmerized, and the storylines that followed became instant classics. Wyatt's feud with legends like John Cena, Randy Orton, and Daniel Bryan were among WWE's most talked about storylines. His cinematic Firefly Funhouse match with Cena at WrestleMania 36 became a symbol of creative risk-taking during the pandemic era, an idea that Jeff Hardy himself publicly praised for its boldness. Hardy's tribute, therefore, wasn't just for a fallen colleague but for a fellow artist who changed the way wrestling could be told. The wrestling community reacted with overwhelming emotion to Jeff Hardy's tribute. WWE superstars, AEW performers, and fans across social media shared clips, photos, and messages celebrating the moment. Veterans of the business highlighted how important it is for wrestlers to honor each other publicly. For many fans, Hardy's gesture was a reminder that behind the dramatic personas and scripted rivalries, real friendships and mutual respect define the wrestling world. On X, formerly Twitter, hashtags like #ThankYouBray and #JeffHardy tribute trended globally. Fans shared memories of Wyatt's eerie entrances, his mysterious promos, and his creative genius. One fan wrote, "When Jeff Hardy saluted Bray Wyatt, it felt like art honoring art, two souls who understood that wrestling is more than a sport." While Bray Wyatt will forever be associated with WWE, his influence reached far beyond the company's walls. His creative approach inspired independent wrestlers, filmmakers, and even musicians. His alter ego, the Fiend, became a pop culture phenomenon, appearing in fan art, video games, and Halloween costumes worldwide. Wyatt's emphasis on psychological depth and storytelling opened doors for a new generation of performers who saw wrestling not just as a physical contest but as a narrative medium. Jeff Hardy, himself known for experimenting with music and visual art, often credited artists like Wyatt for pushing the boundaries of creativity within wrestling. In Hardy's own words, paraphrased for safety, "The best wrestlers make people feel something they can't explain, and Bray did that better than anyone." Behind the Fiend's sinister grin and eerie presence stood Windham Rotunda, a man beloved by his peers. Known for his kindness, humor, and humility, he was described by many as someone who always had time for his colleagues, whether to share advice or to make them laugh during long travel days. Hardy's tribute wasn't just for the performer, it was for the man. Their friendship, built on mutual respect and creativity, symbolized what wrestling at its best truly represents: a brotherhood of artists who use physicality to tell emotional stories. As Hardy bowed his head during his tribute, fans could sense that his gesture carried not just sorrow but gratitude for having shared the stage with someone as gifted and genuine as Bray Wyatt. Jeff Hardy's tribute will likely stand as one of the most memorable in modern wrestling history. Not because it was elaborate or scripted, but because it was real. It captured the raw emotion that connects wrestlers and fans in a way few other sports can. Moments like these transcend wins and losses. They remind the world that behind the lights, cameras, and personas are people who love, create, and mourn just like anyone else. In honoring Bray Wyatt, Hardy reminded everyone why wrestling continues to captivate millions. It's not just entertainment, it's an expression of the human experience. Even though Bray Wyatt is no longer with us, his spirit continues to live through the stories and performances of those he inspired, including Jeff Hardy. Every eerie entrance, every mysterious promo, and every heartfelt tribute ensures that the Fiend's fire will never truly fade. Hardy's gesture was not a goodbye, it was a promise. A promise that the wrestling world will continue to embrace creativity, courage, and emotion, just as Bray Wyatt taught them to. As the crowd chanted Wyatt's name and Hardy raised his arm in respect, it became clear that this wasn't just a wrestling moment, it was a cultural one. It was the merging of two legacies, two artists, and two souls who forever changed the way fans see the art of wrestling. The wrestling ring has always been more than just a battleground. It's a stage where heroes rise, villains fall, and legends are born. Jeff Hardy's tribute to Bray Wyatt was a reminder that even when the spotlight fades, the stories remain eternal. Wyatt's creativity reshaped wrestling, Hardy's tribute immortalized that legacy. Together, their connection symbolizes what makes WWE, and wrestling as a whole, such a deeply emotional and artistic spectacle. As fans continue to celebrate both men, one truth echoes louder than ever. Legends never die, they live on in every cheer, every chant, and every heart that remembers.